Okay, welcome back students. We wanted to see how we can store primitive values inside arrays. मैंने आपको स्टार्ट में बताया कि array list is created for storing objects only, but we always want our arrays or lists to contain primitive values like integer, double, float, etc. So this problem is solved by Java through the use of wrapper classes. ठीक है? These wrapper classes, they are the built-in classes of Java again, and they are created against each primitive type. Okay, it means that if I have a primitive type byte, there is a class inside Java which is byte with a capital B, right? If I have an integer primitive type for creating integer variables, I have an integer class wrapper class in Java. Okay, what is the purpose of this class? Basically, the purpose of these wrapper classes is to turn the primitive types into objects. ठीक है, और ज़्यादातर आपको इनका यूजेज नज़र आएगा एरे लिस्ट या कलेक्शन क्लासेस के अंदर ही, जहाँ पर हमारा जो कंटेनर होता है वो सिर्फ ऑब्जेक्ट एक्सेप्ट कर रहा होता है और हमें उसमें प्रिमिटिव डाटा डालना होता है. तो क्या सोल्यूशन है कि हम अपने प्रिमिटिव डाटा को ऑब्जेक्ट में कन्वर्ट कर दें एंड देन वी इंसर्ट दैट ऑब्जेक्ट इन द एरे लिस्ट. ठीक, ये अच्छी तरह देख लीजिए कि हमारे पास कौन कौन सी रैपर क्लासेस अवेलेबल हैं. हर प्रिमिटिव टाइप के अगेंस्ट एक रैपर क्लास है. इस रैपर क्लास का पर्पस क्या है कि इसने प्रिमिटिव वैल्यू को कन्वर्ट कर देना है इस क्लास के ऑब्जेक्ट के अंदर. आई विल शो यू द सिंटैक्स. नाउ लेट्स सी हाउ वी कैन क्रिएट एरे लिस्ट यूजिंग these wrapper classes. Let's create an array list. Let's say of using the default constructor. Now this array list is of type integer, the capital I integer, right? So it will contain objects of this integer class only. Remember, we cannot create an array list for the primitive value. This is basically not allowed. In order to make it easy for the programmers, in order to make the programmers store integers in the array list, the solution is that instead of creating array list for primitive value, create them for the corresponding wrapper class. Right, once you have created the corresponding wrapper class, now you can simply add the integer values here. Right, you can see I am simply adding the primitive values. Now the question is that the array list is of type integer and this is a class, and when I'm using the add function, I'm simply adding the primitive value. So we all know that add function has a argument that basically accepts the base type. See, so how is it working? Let's see. This process is called auto boxing. Let's see how the auto boxing works. Actually, what is happening, that when you want to create a primitive value to be inserted inside the array, it cannot be inserted because it belongs to the simple int class. So you may write this kind of command: integer m is equal to 6. Actually, at the back end, integer m is equal to new integer 6 is being run. Right, so basically Java आपको allow कर रहा है easy code. Right, वो कह रहा है कि you can simply, जैसे हम लिखते थे int m is equal to 6, आप इसी तरह integer m is equal to 6 लिखें. बट एक्चुअली में जो कमांड पीछे एग्जीक्यूट हुआ है वो ये कमांड नहीं है, बिकॉज याद रखें कि आपके पास ये एक क्लास थी इंटीजर, और ऑब्वियसली क्लास के अंदर तो ऑब्जेक्ट ही स्टोर होगा. तो ये कमांड चलती कैसे है? integer m is equal to new integer and this is the value that is being passed. ठीक है, याद रखना इस प्रोसेस को हम कहते हैं ऑटो बॉक्सिंग. ये देखें, ऑटोमेटिकली इंक्लोजिंग अ प्रिमिटिव टाइप इन अ रैपर ऑब्जेक्ट व्हेन नीडेड. यहाँ पर हमें रिक्वायरमेंट है, हमें नजर आ रहा है प्रिमिटिव वैल्यू है, कैन नॉट बी स्टोर्ड, जावा ये कमांड चला देगा बैकएंड के ऊपर. राइट, सिमिलरली एक और एग्जांपल इसके देखते हैं कि फॉर एग्जांपल आप स्टोर करना चाह रहे थे आपने कहा कि ओके m मल्टीप्लाई करो 7 से और उसका आंसर इसमें स्टोर कर दो. ठीक है, अब ये जो कमांड है ये 2 स्टेप्स में चलेगी. देखिए, अब यहाँ पर पहला काम हम ये कर रहे हैं कि हम m पे मल्टीप्लाई करें 7. m की टाइप क्या है? इंटीजर. ये ऑब्जेक्ट है, ऑब्जेक्ट पे मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑपरेशन नहीं चलेगा. राइट, सो बेसिकली क्या होगा, m जो ऑब्जेक्ट है उसकी डॉट इंट वैल्यू का फंक्शन कॉल होगा, उसका आंसर होगा द वैल्यू 7 और द वैल्यू 6 सॉरी. राइट, और वो मल्टीप्लाई होगी 7 से. एक ये इसका कमांड रन होगी, द आंसर विल बी सेव टेम्परेली इन अ वेरिएबल लेट्स से टेम्प. राइट, उसके बाद ये जो टेम्प है इसको कन्वर्ट किया जाएगा ऑब्जेक्ट में और वो ऑब्जेक्ट होगा आंसर, और इस तरह से एक कमांड एग्जीक्यूट होगी. ठीक, रैपर क्लासेस के साथ जावा ऑटो बॉक्सिंग को अप्लाई करता है। आई होप ऑटो बॉक्सिंग इज क्लियर। ऑटो बॉक्सिंग के थ्रू हम प्रिमिटिव वैल्यू की तरह ही रैपर में काम कर सकते हैं। जैसे आपने लिखा था int x इक्वल्स टू 5, ऐसा आप लिखे इंटीजर x इक्वल्स टू 5। लेकिन याद आपने ये रखना है कि हाउ ऑटो बॉक्सिंग वर्क्स, बैक एंड के ऊपर देयर आर लॉट ऑफ ऑपरेशंस दैट आर वर्किंग। इफ यू आर सिंपली डिक्लेयरिंग एन इंटीजर ऑब्जेक्ट हियर, इट बेसिकली runs this constructor command, right? If you're performing some arithmetic operation on the integer objects, it basically finds the integer value, stores it in a primitive value, then generates an object out of it again, right? So this is the process that is working. Now if I come back to my code that I was writing, what is happening here, that this 5 will be converted to new integer 5. An object will be generated automatically, and then this add function will be executed. Similarly, this 10 will be converted to an object of type integer by executing the command new integer 10, and then it will be inserted in the list, right? So in this way we can use array list with primitive type by the use of wrapper classes. And when we are using wrapper classes, we only need to create the array using the wrapper class. The rest of the functionality is very simple because of the process of auto boxing. This slide again explains the code that you can write in order to create array list of wrapper classes. Here the array list type is runs, and it is of type integer, the wrapper class integer. We can simply write add 9, and 9 is auto boxed. By auto boxing I mean it is converted to an object of the integer wrapper class. And similarly, if you say that I want to see what is present at the 0th index of this array list, and you want to store it in integer, remember the unboxing is also working, right? So the answer obviously should be an object of type integer, because we are calling the getter function at 0 index, and at each index an integer object is stored, right? So answer should be an integer object, but you can store it in a primitive value because automatically unboxing will occur. Unboxing basically converts integer object back to primitive integer type, right? So autoboxing and unboxing both are implemented inside the compiler, and you don't need to worry about them, right? Okay, I hope that the concept of wrapper class and array list storage against the wrapper classes is clear. Now I will go through an example that basically demonstrates the use of an array list that is created from a wrapper class. This array list basically is of type double. This double is a wrapper class, and score is the name of the array, and we have created it using a default constructor. This array is initially empty, and then we have some functions. We'll look into these functions one by one. Fill array list basically asks for score and stores them in the array, and show difference basically compares what is the average score and the difference of each score from the average. This is just an example to demonstrate you how the code for array list can be written, right? So the show difference function basically computes the difference of each score from the average score, right? So let's see the code. Fill array function is a very simple function. It simply asks the user to enter a value, and it simply takes a value from the user, right? Now this value, you see the type of next in which I'm storing the value, it is of type primitive type double, right? And I am adding this primitive type inside the array. Okay, A was my array. This is my the name of my array that I have received in this function. Now I am calling a.add next. The type of next is primitive double, but how it is adding? Because of the auto boxing procedure. Actually the next is converted to new double, and next is passed. A constructor for the double wrapper class is called, and then that double object is inserted in the array list, and this process continues unless as long as the user wants to add scores to the array list. Again, look at this function. This is a compute average function. This function again receives the wrapper double array list, and this function is basically calculating the average of all the scores that are stored in the array. Here you can see the for each loop is here, and I am simply saying whatever is in the element, add it to the variable total. Now you must remember that this element is of type double. It is an object, and we cannot write the addition operation here, but why it is running? Because again it is automatically being converted to the primitive double value, and then the addition operation is being made, right? So the 2-3 commands are being run at the back end in order to make this statement successful. The rest of the function is simple. It is simply generating the average for the scores. Okay, in this show difference function, again it is receiving the wrapper double array, and basically the purpose of the function is to find the difference of each score from the average, right? So again you can see here that we are iterating on the wrapper double array, but we are simply doing the operations just as we did for the primitive values, by simply subtracting one value from the other, dividing the values, adding the values. All the operations are very similar, but you must remember that auto boxing and unboxing are being run at the back end. The primitive values are being converted to the wrapper objects in order to insert them, and they are back converted to integer values when you have to do any kind of arithmetic operation on the object, right? I hope this example is clear. This is the output. Okay, these are some of the notes that you must remember when you're using ArrayList. Although I have explained them in detail when I was going through the methods. Now this is the last slide, and I just want to summarize what we have studied. We studied the ArrayList class, and we know it is a parameterized class. We need a base type in order to initialize an ArrayList. You can use ArrayList for storing objects, right? If you want to store objects to ArrayList, there is always a need that you want your ArrayList to store primitive values. This is not allowed in Java, as ArrayList needs to be initiated with a class type. Therefore, the solution is that you can use the wrapper classes that are provided by Java. These wrapper classes are defined against each primitive type. Each primitive type has a corresponding wrapper class. You need to create the ArrayList using the wrapper class, and then for the operations you simply just don't need to worry, as Java implements autoboxing and unboxing, which automatically converts the primitive values to the wrapper objects and then converts the wrapper objects back to primitive values using the unboxing procedure. I hope that the ArrayList class is clear, and if there are still any queries, you can ask your teacher in the QA session. Thank you.